Hello, everybody. My name is Jerry Garrettson, Tappy at Law. I'm an immigration attorney. I do immigration in Florida and also in California. Here is our verse for the day. And God called the light day, and the darkness he called night, and the evening and morning were the first day. I want to talk about marriages today. Um, one of the important aspects of immigration law is good character, right? We understand that we welcome immigrants to this country. It's the lifeblood of our country. New Americans that are happy to be here and really want to be here and not just be here and enjoy our freedoms, but also to serve the country and to pledge your allegiance to our country and our flag and our culture and what makes our country great, the freedoms and so on and so forth. So we talked about last time about green cards. So that's you're a legal resident. You're still an immigrant. You're not a citizen yet. That's basically if you have a green card. It's not the actual little card that's important. It's the status. Okay, you are a legitimate. You have authority to be here. You have a right to be here. Okay, so So what people do in order to get the green card or to become a resident of this kind of a legal resident of this country, one of the ways that a person can get their green card is if they're married to to a citizen or to a person that has a green card. So that's a way in if you have a relationship with a party that's a citizen, an American, or has their green card, then the spouse, child, okay. I'm pretty sure parents in some cases who want to dig a little deeper on that. But today I just want to talk about the spouse. So that's where you see a lot of people. You got an American, say, woman marries a Norwegian man. Okay, he's from Norway. She's an American. Let's just say she's not. Let's just say she has a green card, but she wants him to come here and also have that same status as her, to be a legal resident. All right. So in order for him to get his green card, if they're married, then that they can start that process and he can get his green card too. But here's the deal, and this is where character comes in. Our profession is plagued with fraudulent marriages, right? And I think you get it. It's somebody pretends they do a fake or fraudulent marriage. They pretend to be in love, whatever. They're not in love. It's not a marriage. They don't plan on being together for the rest of their lives. All they want to do is one party wants to become an American. That's a way to become an American or to get legal residency here is through marriage, but they don't really want to get married, right? So it's fraudulent. They want to get here by any means possible, and that's one of the means, and probably the easier means of becoming or getting your green card or becoming a citizen eventually is by marrying an American or one that possesses legal status. Now, how do we figure out if it's fraudulent? Okay, so that's the big question. And so it's a really big issue in our profession, immigration law, of first of all, us as attorneys to make sure that our client really is married. Uh, it's not fraudulent. Uh, they're not. Uh, there are companies out there, I believe, that you can hire that will set this up for you, right? And it sets you up with somebody with a green card or a citizen, and pay both parties or whatever. Or I'm not sure how it all works out, but uh, they have, it's become a cottage industry, right? And you can understand why people will pay good money to become an American or get their green card. So as an attorney, we can't be a part of a fraudulent marriage, right? We have to screen our clients and make sure that the marriage is legitimate. And there's a number of questions that we ask, and we have to look into it and make sure that that it's a real marriage. That's not fake. So one of the things that I dealt with is, or one of the things you do see in here is this thing called a proxy marriage. Okay, a proxy marriage is where one or both parties have stand-ins during the wedding ceremony. And this is not legal in every state. It's only legal in a few states in the United States. Montana is one of them, where they will give you a marriage license, and one party could be, or both parties can be not even there, not even present, right? So that's why it's a proxy. You have a stand-in, so you have somebody who stands in for the wife, somebody stands in for the man or for the husband and or husband to be. They have the marriage ceremony, and as long as the paperwork and everything comes through, that's in that state, they'll allow that as a legal marriage. But obviously, it looks bad, right? I mean, we're already, our industry is already plagued with fraudulent marriages, and then you have this different kind of a deal going on here. And generally, that's not the normal scenario. The normal situation is the man and the couple are together, right? And they have a ceremony. Now you don't have to have a big wedding. That would be nice. That would give more evidence towards, hey, this is legitimate, right? And that's the whole idea when you're trying to get a green card or citizenship, is we're trying to prove that this is real. This is not just something they cobbled together to get a green card or legal status or get their citizenship. So that's part of our job as attorneys, to get as much evidence as possible to prove to the immigration officials that this marriage is real. It's not fraudulent. They didn't get married just for immigration purposes. And after they get what they want, their green card, citizenship, whatever, then they're going to divorce and the whole thing. That's a fraud. And again, that comes down to character, right? If somebody's willing to cheat their way or to fraudulently present evidence of a fraudulent marriage, right? That's somebody that doesn't have the character that we're looking for as immigrants in this country. We want people to be truthful and honest and have good character. That's the whole basis, one of the major bases of our immigration law is good character. That's why if people have criminal records or they have other things that impinges on their character, that they are not going to be good candidates for citizens or folks that are going to be allowed in this country, whether it's a citizen or a green card or whatever. So anyways, that's probably it for today. We'll talk. It's a gigantic subject. We can talk for hours and hours and hours on this, but I'll just leave it there. And let me read this real quick. And God called the light day, and the darkness he called night, and the evening and the morning were the first day. Thank you so much, and we'll see you guys next time.